Hello and welcome to Morning Tailgate on Sunday, week one, officially, unofficially, start of the NFL season. Only got one game this week, but we'll definitely break it down. But, anyways, joined by my normal posse here, Crispy Bacon to my left. How you doing, Chris?
Doing good. Week one's finally here. Thursday kicks it off. Um, and then Sunday starts the real, I mean, they're all real games, but the official kickoff to NFL Sundays.
Yep, exactly. Kitty corner from us. Mess around, Dave. How you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm tired. I've been up 5:30. Had to take the wife to work. That's the only reason I made it on time today.
All right, so we're gonna see about what 10, 12 naps tonight.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Over under, okay. And
Take
then
the over. Take the over.
take the over. And then below me is Tim Hendricks. Tim, how you doing, bud? Oh, he was working good before we went live.
I was gonna say you're doing
There he
that
is.
good.
All right. Tim, why don't you log out, log back in, and see if that works. So, anyways, while Tim fixes his technical issues, morning we got Isaiah chiming in already. How you doing, Isaiah?
Isaiah, you want to hop on and give us some of your bad takes? Not.
No,
Dude.
no.
I think this is
All right. So anyway, let's move on. Let's start with the college scene first. There's a couple games I wanted to touch base on, and one was the Iowa game. The final was 7-3, and Iowa scored not a touchdown. They scored two safeties and a field goal to win it. So, Dave, when's the last time you can recall that ever happening?
Maybe watch a Pee Wee football game. I don't know.
Exactly, Chris. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I know a team outside of playing Madden got two sacks or two safeties in one game. So
Yeah, I would hate to be the stat guy for that because that seemed like a boring game.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, the fans. I mean, unless you like a defensive battle, I think they said something like 21 punts one team had, or. And then the other game I kind of want to touch base on, and college football. You normally get a lot of high scoring games early, but it was the Appalachian State North Carolina game. The final was 62-61, I believe. And the two teams combined for 62 points in the fourth quarter. Appalachian State lost. They missed a conversion on a couple of 2-point conversions. So, Chris, being a fan at that game in the fourth quarter, man, must have been,
Hope they
exciting.
had. I hope they had medical personnel on site because that would probably be a game where you suffer a heart attack because it's so intense. But hey, I mean, I like those close games though. Even if your team loses, you had a hard fought game.
Well, exactly, and I mean, fourth quarter, you both combined to score 60 some points. I mean, that's a lot of scoring going on. Dave,
Morning,
what do you
James.
think? Yep, James Gonzalez joining us. So, what do you think about that North Carolina game? 60 points in the.
Man, did they forget how to play defense in the fourth quarter? Both teams, jeez.
Yeah.
That's insane. I've never heard of that. Two teams
Yeah, I
in college
know.
competing for that many points.
In one quarter,
In
yeah.
one quarter, yeah.
All right, Tim's back. Hopefully, we all know Tim's across the. Hopefully across the pond there. So might have a little delay, but Tim, we just talked about the Iowa game, 7-3. Can't recall the last time a game had two sacks in there for the score. So, and then we talked about the North Carolina Appalachian State game.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, and then we talked about the Appalachian State North Carolina game where in the fourth quarter they combined to score 60 points, and Appalachian State lost by 2. What do you think of that?
That's not. That's just Madden numbers.
Yeah. No kidding. Exactly. Madden numbers. So, all right, guys. So, preseason's over. Teams made their final cuts. Chris, I
Yeah,
know
I
you're
mean,
sad. I know you're sad. Danucci got cut. I know you are.
eh.
But how's that final roster look to you?
So far it's looking good. I mean, we got I think Gallup off of the published, and he should be back soon. Looks like we signed somebody from I think Philadelphia, Peters. Looks
How
like he's
dare
gonna
they
be a
cut
go.
Danucci?
I mean, it was kind of. I think we all saw it, or the fans saw it. So
Well, you saw it last year to help with
I
the
did.
salary cut. Their salary.
Save that money.
Yeah. All right, Dave. Your final 53-man roster. How's it look to you?
You know, it's going to be a work in progress. Most people have us pegged as around anywhere from 3 to 6 wins. I did like the pickup of Alex Leatherwood. I know he didn't pan out in Oakland, but or Las Vegas, excuse me. But maybe a change of scenery will help him. I mean, you got to take a flyer on a guy that's drafted in the first round. So I was hoping we got him. We did. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, exactly. So, Tim, your Colts. How they gonna look week one?
I think we're going to look pretty good. We've got the Texans, but a little disappointed they didn't keep Sterling Weatherford. Yeah, he decides to go to the Bears, which I really didn't need to see happen. He's a heck of a linebacker. That was I think it was a
Wasn't he a
terrible
converted
cut.
safety?
Other than that, I think we're ready week one. Yeah, he's a converted safety, so he can play. His only problem was the fact is he's not much of a cover linebacker. He's more of a he that was the knock on him in Indy. The fact is that yeah, he played safety, but he's not really coverage. But he's got the nose for the fall. He was between him and I want to say Thomas Brown. They played 3 amazing season games, and with Shaq Leonard coming back, I think we needed to make the cut. I didn't think we needed to do Weatherford, but Weatherford's going to be. He's definitely going to be somebody to be serviceable. He's going to be depth for Chicago. I think he's going to be an amazing player for Chicago. But I think we're ready. We're ready week one against Houston.
Okay, yeah, the Vikings. They cut a lot of people from last year's coaching or last year's draft from the coaching regime. Kellen Mond got picked up by the Browns. I hope he does good. I hope he gets a shot there. I still wish we could have given him a shot, but the coaching staff has better thoughts, and they went out and traded for Nick Mullins. I think they're in talks to signing a veteran out there. They traded with the Eagles and got Rhaegar, the wide receiver that was drafted before Jefferson. So, like Dave said, you got to take flyers on these first round draft picks. See how they do in your organization. So, I think week one's going to be pretty good. I think we're going to see a lot of action. I can't wait. So,
Before we move on to the next topic,
yeah.
Tim, why did that Leonard change his first name? Didn't it used to be Darius?
Yeah, it used to be Darius, and for some reason he didn't want to be Darius anymore.
It confuses
I
me
have
every
no
time
clue
they
why he
see
changed his
Shaquille.
name, but it's just, I don't know. As long as he doesn't change his number, we're great.
All right. So, speaking of the Thursday game, let's get into that. Buffalo visits the Rams. A lot of experts are predicting this to be a Super Bowl matchup. I know a lot of people have the Rams going back. Some have the Bills. AFC is wide open. So, Chris, I'll start with you. What's your thoughts, and who are you taking?
I think it's going to be a good game no matter who wins. I mean, Buffalo's a high-scoring team. Rams are a high-scoring team. I think the Rams are missing key players on defense due to free agency and all of that. Buffalo, you have Josh Allen and Diggs. who can, really light it up on offense. It's going to be a high scoring game, I think, for both teams, but I got LA Rams winning this game. Uh, looking back, most of the games, the kickoff games, are mostly won by the home teams.
Good. All right, mess around. How about you? Rams, Bills.
I don't think it's going to be that high scoring game because both defenses are really good. And it takes a while for the teams to gel in this first game of the year. So they got to work the kinks out. But it should still be a really good game. And I think the Rams are going to win.
All
They're
right.
getting the rings. They're going to be excited about all that. And they're playing at home. So they got that going for them.
Yep. All right, Tim. How about you? What do you think? Bills, Rams.
It's going to be a good game. I think everybody's saying it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. I think we're looking at mid-20s to mid-20s. I think we're looking somewhere in the range of 27-21, 27-24. It's one of those games where you're not trying to win the Super Bowl week one. I think LA is going to be overhyped, being the number one game on the week, being on Thursdays. They're also getting their Super Bowl banners getting dropped down. They're just going to play. They're going to play out of their skull. I just think it's going to be LA. LA is not going to lose on that night. It's going to be 27-21.
Yeah, James makes a good point too. Ramsey covering Diggs should be fun to watch.
Oh yeah, it should definitely be a good game. Yeah, I mean you got two of the quarterbacks that are projected to be in the MVP talks. You got a Super Bowl matchup. You got Chris's first overall fantasy draft pick in the Bills D going against the Rams offense. Rams defense going against the Bills offense. Yeah, I got to go to Rams. I think we all went Rams, so I think it's going to be a good opening day. I can't wait for it. Just leads up right into week one. So, all right. So, with that being said, guys, let's get into our topics. Chris,
Yep.
let's start it. Topic one with our ad, please.
All right.
All right. Look at that little. All right, Boldean's book. He's a fellow colleague of ours. Race Against Race. Check it out on Amazon. Biggest conference endorsed it, and I believe he's doing a little tour down in Florida right now. So,
Yep.
all right. So with that being said, Chris, Professor, we're going to turn Chris into Professor Chris today. This year we're going to do history of NFL teams. We're not going to do week. We're going to do NFL teams. So, Chris, what's your team this week?
We're going to start with Dallas. I'm going to go through all the teams this year, but Dallas is going to be first. Formed in 1960, they were, I guess you'd say, the laughing stock of the NFL. They didn't win their first game at all. They faced the Steelers, lost that game 35-28, but didn't win their first game until the next year against the Steelers, 27-24. During the first year, they went winless, 11-1. They only played 12 games that year in 1960. But since then, they had a successful career, going to 8 Super Bowls, winning 5 of them. They have a 538 to 403 win-loss record and 6 ties overall. They've been to 10 conference championships, or they've won 10 conference championships, 24 divisional titles, and 34 playoff appearances. They're also, when they're formed, originally going to be called either the Dallas Rangers or the Dallas Steers.
Oh, okay.
But with the
All
Rangers part, they had a minor league team already.
All right. No, good to hear. I still don't hear you saying thank you, Minnesota, for your Super Bowl wins, but that is something we'll get into. So thank you for a little history lesson on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to round number 2, Chris. And I had.
Oh,
Chris, you there?
you cut out for a sec. Yeah, you cut out for a second.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. All right. Second. All right, second down, we're going to go with Tim Hendricks, tackling it with Tim. Tim, gave you the topic. Should analysts, players, analysts and fans get away from calling a college draftee a can't miss player? What do you think?
Well, that's calling somebody can't miss is an opinion. Most of the time, again, opinions can be wrong. As we see a lot of people, because if they were can't miss, they'd all be first round draft picks. They'd all be all pros when they come out. They'd all be starters. It's all cliche at this point. You're not can't miss until you've been in the league for 2 years, 3 years, and putting up numbers. I think pundits and analysts, and unless you're a scout, but I think everybody should be getting away from that, because I think that's just you can have your personal favorites, but at this point, it's just you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You're setting yourself up for failure, because there's tons of people that we can't miss. You were a can't miss come out of high school, but you're not necessarily can't miss come out of college. So until you do something against the big boys in the NFL, you are absolutely a small fish in the ocean. Nobody should be called can't miss until you can't miss.
No, I definitely agree with that. And it just bugs me that, oh, this guy's a can't miss player. You know, we heard it all year last year with Trevor Lawrence. Can't miss talent. Can't miss. He's going to turn around the Jags. Yes, after year 1, it looks horrible. Eric Couch. Tom Brady right now. I would say that everybody passed on him, but if they could turn back the clock, everybody would draft him right now. So, mess around. What do you think? Do you think Tim's right, or what's your take on the can't miss?
Usually you really can't judge the player until like 3 or 4 years in.
Yep.
But I agree with Tim for the most part. Like you said, if they'd be Hall of Famers, they'd get all the accolades if they were can't miss. And it's just different levels. You go through high school and then college, it's all different. Speed of the game gets faster. It takes players time to adapt to that speed and changes and stuff. So,
okay, Chris, how about you? What do you think? The can't miss.
I mean, some players are can't miss, but I think we overuse that a little too much at times. I mean, you could probably say that for a lot of players, and then they failed. So I think sometimes it's need to be used, but I don't think we should use it all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of like the GOAT take. I think we overuse it, or but I mean, honestly, I can't recall any player being a can't miss. Joe Thomas might be the only guy that everybody's like, oh, he was ready to play out of high school, and they were right. So
if you look back, even Peyton Manning was supposed to be can't miss, and his rookie year was terrible.
Yeah. Well, look at his nephew, Archie Manning.
Well, he got injured in college.
Yeah. But Archie Manning's supposed to be the next, thing to sliced bread, and who knows what's going to happen there. So, all right, let's move on to topic number 3.
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
All right, this is stop messing around, mess around segment. So we're gonna throw out a topic. Dave's gonna say, should we stop messing around? Dave, should the NFL stop messing around with overtime. Or no, I'm sorry. Let's do preseason. I had a couple for you, but should the NFL stop messing around with the preseason games? What do you think?
I they need the preseason games because they got to. If they didn't have, you wouldn't know. Like the late round draft picks wouldn't have a chance. The free agents wouldn't have a chance to make teams. So preseason is kind of important for those guys and the coaches as well because they need to evaluate these guys. So I wouldn't get rid of it completely. I think they need to go back to 4 games actually.
Oh wow! All right, Tim. What's your comments? Tim?
Oh, sorry. For the most part, I think 3 is good. 4 might be pushing it, especially when we saw a lot of people getting hurt last week. Some major injuries on some people. I think 3, is the threshold. I truthfully, if be honest, I think you should get rid of the Hall of Fame game.
Ooh.
I think the Hall of Fame game is just one more that's unnecessary. I think at this point, the Hall of Fame game is turning into the Pro Bowl. I don't think that many people watch it. I think 3 is good. Anything more than that, I think, might be a little be tough.
Okay. Chris, how about you?
Ooh, I mean, 3 is good right now in preseason. Maybe down the line, hopefully they do maybe a bunch of scrimmages, but maybe one preseason game. And what you could do for the Hall of Fame, I guess, is you can make it a like part of a regular season game, but have it like the Browns host it, or the Bengals. Have it alternate. But you could put it as a regular season game for one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, for me, preseason, it's always nice to get that action in there. I mean, even the fans enjoy it. The players might not too much, but yeah, 2 to 3 games I think would be a definite go for me. 4, yeah. I mean, if they go back to 4, they go back to 4, but I don't think they will. I kind of like this week in between the preseason, get every team healthy and off to the right foot, like Tim said. A lot of teams got hit with the injury bug, and it hurt. The Hall of Fame game, Tim, I'm right. I'm right with you. I think it's turned into the Pro Bowl. Nobody's watching it. I mean, they're watching it because their teams are in there. Chris, I like the idea of maybe incorporating it into week 1 or something like that. I don't know.
You can make it. You can make it part of the kickoff game.
Yeah, we could do that or do it the Monday night game. You know, I don't know.
What was Chris's idea?
What's that?
What was Chris's idea?
Chris's idea was move the, because Tim said the Hall of Fame game turns into more or less like a week Pro Bowl, to make the Hall of Fame game part of like week 1 to where it means something,
Right? Yeah, that'd make a lot more sense.
Yeah. All right. So, Chris, let's move into Big B's Who Am I game. Topic 4. This one is brought to you by the Oregon Ducks football team.
Cougars.
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 The women's professional football league. If you want, we're going to be streamlining all their games this year. Our very own J-Mac, the voice of the Oregon Cougars, will be there each and every game, and we are planning on doing a weekly show. So please check us out on Coast to Coast Network when that happens. So anyway, I got a list of 4 guys here. We're going to guess who they are. So I'm going to give you some clues. You guys can yell out your name. If you think you know who it is, you get it wrong, you're out. Each player I'm going to give you has 10 clues. So we're going to see how they go. So the first one. He was born May 25th, 1985. He was teammates with Calvin Johnson. He went undrafted in 2007.
I think I'm Crispy.
All right, Crispy.
Matthew Stafford.
No. Good guess. Chris is out. He's going to kick himself. He signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings in 2007. In 2008, he played for, up in Canada, the Edmonton Eskimos. He's a
Tim.
six. Oh, go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
Roman Reigns.
Yes, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
I should.
Yes, Roman Reigns, 6-time champion. He
Good
was
job,
on the
Tim.
cover of the video 2K20 in 2002. Number 8 would have been he has a rich bloodline in it.
I would have got it then. I had no clue. It was
So, and then the last two was defensive tackle, and he wore 99. He was a teammate of Calvin Johnson in college. So,
Oh wow.
Tim's got 1 point. We're going to keep track of these too, see who does good. All right. Player number 2. All right. Born in Fort Myers, Florida. He is currently a coach.
Okay.
He's played on 10 different teams.
wow.
He was drafted in 1989, 5th overall pick.
Tim.
Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
Deion Sanders.
Yes, Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders.
I was trying to get that one by you, Tim. I was 2-time champion, 6-time first team, 8-time Pro Bowl, scored 22 touchdowns, Coach of the Year 2021. He's in the Pro and College Hall of Fame, and he fumbled on his first punt return, which he ended up scoring on a play. I thought maybe I was going to sneak it by you with the 10 teams that was going to throw you off there, Tim.
That's what threw me off because I was like, I didn't think you played for 10 different teams, but
MLB.
No, I think he's saying.
Oh,
He's
you tell me
saying
MLB side
baseball
too,
too.
Yes, I
got you. I wasn't
I
counting
was
the
trying to,
baseball.
I was
Because
trying to
in
throw Tim off because I knew he would get it.
That's
in
what threw me off.
NFL didn't you play like on 4 teams? know he
I
played
had
on
it when you
Cowboys,
said Fort
49ers.
Myers.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't use his birthday because I figured Tim would know that. He actually just had his birthday too. I think August 9th.
Well, Fort Myers will make sense because he played for the. Oh no, he
Played
didn't.
for the Seminoles and
Yeah.
All right. So next player. So Tim's up 2, guys. Come on. All right. Born in 1959 in Jersey City, New Jersey.
We're going way back.
Oh, yeah. Drafted in 1982, 5th overall. Played on 7 different teams. 2-time champion. 1-time Pro Bowl. 1991 Comeback Player of the Year. He's in the College Hall of Fame. His college team retired his number 9 jersey. He has a quarterback record of 67-30.
Crispy.
All right?
Phillip Rivers.
No, not Philip Rivers. The last clue I wrote down, he's known for wearing sunglasses all the time.
Jim McMahon.
Yes. Mess around, Dave got it. Jim
McMahon.
McMahon.
The sunglasses gave away.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something else to put in there too, but
You know what the coolest thing about it was when he won the Super Bowl with Green Bay as a backup? He wore a Bears jersey to the White House. When the
I saw that.
Yeah.
Because he was Favre's backup.
What the team was, if it was Chicago or if it was somebody else, but yeah, or Bears, yeah. Yeah. So, all right, Crispy. Last chance to get on the board, Chris. Come on.
I'm trying.
All right. All right. So this guy, he was born on March 3rd, 1962. He was drafted in 1985 in the 5th round. He played on 4 different teams. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. Uh, 1982 Player of the Year. His college team retired his jersey number 34. Uh, he's got a record in martial arts at 2-0. Which one did I miss?
Herschel Walker.
I was thinking the same. I didn't do it. Crispy.
What did you think?
Crispy.
I was
No,
thinking
who
the same
did you
thing.
say?
Herschel Walker.
Yes, Herschel Walker.
I was thinking that. I'm like, is it?
Yeah. The last clue would have been he lost a shoe in a game.
Sorry, we have to raise our hand or say your name first. I'm just shouting it
Say your
out.
name.
Yeah, say your name. I heard Dave say something. That's why I wanted to clarify. So,
When you said 34, I'm like,
The MMA record gave it away for me.
oh wow, really? Okay, I thought maybe that would have thrown.
was
Yeah,
one
the
of the
MMA
was
gave
he
it
was
away.
part of a trade. Just kidding.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna use that one because I figured everybody would have known that one. So, all right, so we're halfway through our show. Let's go back. Tim, you posted something on Wednesday that I kind of want to talk about. Some NFL
What did I
rules.
do?
I don't know where you found them, or if these are actually really being talked about. But let's talk about them. To make the NFL better, that's what it is here. So number one, taunting not only allowed but encouraged. So what do you
I would
guys think?
enforce that. I would enforce that.
Yeah.
I
To an
Tim, what do you
extent.
think? What do you think? Taunting should be allowed.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
Let's get
All
let's
right.
get back
I
to the
don't
thing
know.
where rivalries are rivalries.
There you go. I like it.
As
Dave?
long as it's not, bad or vicious.
Well, yeah.
Blatant.
Yeah, trash talking. What's
Yeah.
trash talking? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, because at the same time, what do you teach the kids who are coming up playing the game, Play the game the right way. Don't taunt. Act like you've been there before.
yeah, I can see your point there too.
But at the same time, it's all part of the game. It's emotion.
Oh yeah,
You make a good play, you're gonna say something.
yeah.
Well, you can
Well,
say
part
like,
of,
I
part
got
of that
you.
is allow it, but parents, gotta let your kids know, be respectful, have fun out there. I get what you're saying there. That's right. No ties. Play until there's a winner.
I think we kind of see that now in preseason.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say let them go. If it takes them all day, let them go.
Yeah, because they say like they said, like tying is like kissing your sister or whatever.
Yep. No.
Who wants to do that?
No. You got some people that want to. I don't know.
Dude,
Tim, what do you say?
I think we play until the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
If the wheels
I'm
fall
with
off
you
and they win, let's go with it.
I still say the NFL should adapt the college tie rule.
I like the tie rule in college.
I like that.
or
Yeah.
overtime.
I do
Back
too.
them up every 10 yards or something. Give them a couple downs to get in there. Let's see. Number 3. Kicks that go through the upright on kickoff should be worth 1 point.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of, well, not like that, but similar in Canadian football.
I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
like it because then you're taking the element of the kick return away because all the kickers are going to try to put it through the uprights.
No, there ain't much of a return game now because everybody can boot them through the back of the end zone.
True, but
I
I mean,
agree.
you still get somewhat of a return game.
Yeah. Tim?
I
If you give them a point for putting it through the uprights on a kickoff, everybody's going to do it.
I think if you can kick it through the uprights, they get a point. But yet this team still gets the ball at the 25.
Yeah, indoor football is like that. In one league, they call it the deuce, where if you kick it through the uprights, it's 2 points, but the other team that you'd kick to still gets the ball. But your
They
kicking
call it the
team gets
deuce,
the
huh? Well,
Yeah.
I know I call something else a deuce, but it's not upright. So anyway, so let's see. Number 4 they got here. Players are down where they fall, not where they first are hit. So I guess they, until you tackle them, let the play go. So Tim, what do you think?
wasn't that used to be the rule before back in the 60s, I think it was, where you're down where they get you to stay down. I
Yep.
think that was like pre-60s, but I think I don't. If you're down, you're down. That one I may not agree with. I think if your knees down, you're down. You're down. If you're trying to save players at that point, that it'd be doing that because you'd actually be hurting somebody if
Yeah,
you continue
I
on
think
to where
we're
they
talking
actually
more like
fell.
they get running backs get into that mob at the line, no momentum, but they're not down and they blow the flag down. I think is what they're trying to get at. So
It
Chris,
reminds me of the college game, really.
Chris, what do you think?
I mean, you kind of see that with quarterbacks or even receivers, even if they catch it, but their knees on the ground, no one's around them. I mean, they still give the catch to them,
Yeah,
but and when quarterbacks slide, it's normally when the slide starts, that's where you're stopped.
yeah,
I think it should be after the slide where
yeah.
you land.
Okay. So number 5 here, the team celebrations after touchdowns should be mandatory. Chris, I mean,
Yeah, why
I know Dallas doesn't score much, but
not? Why not? I mean, you have little kids in the stands. You got fans who it's basically a kid game that we saw from Favre, but why
yeah.
not?
Mess around.
If it's done tastefully, I mean, if you had guys like Tio pulling out a Sharpie out of his shoe and stuff like that. That's unnecessary. I mean, I like it. I like when they all run down as the defense. They get the big play on defense and they all run down and celebrate. It makes the game fun, and they're showing their joy of making that great play. So I think I'm with that one.
Tim?
I like them. I like them if they're not like Mess Around said, as long as they're in good taste. But then again, I also enjoyed back in the day when Emmett scored and when Barry scored, where they acted like they were there before and they just handed the ball off to the ref and they just went back to the sidelines. It's just as long as it's within taste and with character, I think it's fine. I think it's okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. I like Tim's take. Barry always handed the ball to the ref, went back to the sideline. Icky Woods went to the sideline, but he did his Icky shuffle on the sideline. But I tell you what, I kind of like some of these celebrations when they get the whole team involved, and for heaven's sakes, let an offensive lineman spike the ball more often when they score. Especially in the
Yeah.
red zone. Let them score. Let the big guys get their spike it like Gronk.
Who doesn't like to see a fat man spike a ball?
Hey, they do a lot of work up there for those running backs. So
They do.
all right. So number 6 here, quarterbacks don't get credit for yards after the catch by the receiver.
No, I don't like that one.
How would you score that though? I mean, like the receiver gets all the yardage.
If the receiver caught the ball 9 yards out, the quarterback would get the 9 yards, and then the receiver would credit the whole way. The 50-yard plus reception.
I think if they did that, you would see as many 4,000-yard passing seasons.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Tim?
It would screw up fantasy football. I think I like it actually. If they're going to get if you give credit to the wide receiver for everything after the catch, they should also get. They should much. I think that's also on this list. They should get credit for the interception if it's off their hands.
Yep, that was actually the next one.
I think. Yeah, I like the fact is that the receiver's doing most of the work, but yet the quarterback is getting everything after the catch.
Yep.
That doesn't seem really fair.
But it's the other side of the coin, though. The quarterback made the great throw to get it to him. So,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes a 9-yard pass is a 9-yard pass. It's not that great, but sometimes they have to make a tough throw to get it there.
Yeah, could you see being the stat guy on that one? Okay, the receiver caught the ball at the 40, and then he ran another 60 yards. Okay, so the quarterback threw the ball here. We got to score it this way. It would definitely be confusing, but and then the seventh one was instead of quarterbacks, wide receiver get charged for an interception. The ball hits them in the hands. That one, yeah, that would be amazing. Because quarterbacks
That
get too
would.
much crap.
That one I
But
like that one because sometimes it's not the quarterback's fault. It hits the receiver right where it's supposed to be, and he just said to catch it, tips it up. And yeah, it should definitely go on the receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
I blame anybody. Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say I blame any player that messed up, whether it be the quarterback, receiver, whoever. They all get blamed.
Yeah. And it's just like that on the sack side. The quarterback gets called for the sack, but offensive line just looks like a revolving door, and anybody can get at them. So that's definitely one. Tim, what do you think?
I missed the question. I got booted.
The interception. Quarterback shouldn't get charged if the receiver drops the ball in his hands or whatever. It hits him.
I think the receiver should get charged for that. Honestly, I think you can't. You're blaming the quarterback for
Yeah. Tim's cutting in and out. So
I don't think you're ever going to hear a quarterback say it was the receiver's fault, though.
no, you're exactly right. The quarterback's the leader of the team. He's going to take a lot of the blame. The losses on him, the wins on the team. He could have made a better pass. You're definitely right there. Mess around. So we got a few more minutes left here. Let's talk about Mr. Wilson with the Broncos getting agreed to a deal, $245 million. So, Chris, what do you think about that?
I mean, good for him. He's going to be a Bronco for at least a few years if he wants to be. Because he said when he was with Seattle that he wasn't going to leave Seattle. Yeah, he did. But I think it's good for him. Congratulations. Now we got to, try to work on Lamar.
Yeah, I think Lamar. I don't think
Another quarterback doesn't deserve it.
What's that, Dave? Go ahead.
I said another quarterback that doesn't deserve to get paid.
Yeah. What do you think about the deal on Russell Wilson, though?
I think Russell's getting paid for his past for what he did in Seattle. That contract is not going to look good in a couple years. I don't think he's got but 2-3 good years left in him.
No. Yeah, you're right, David. They got a backup in waiting too. So I don't think Lamar. I don't think Baltimore's going to resign Lamar. I think he's going to go somewhere else. So Tim, what do you got on the Wilson deal?
I agree with mess around. I think Russell got paid for his past, his Seattle career, and it's going to look terrible on the books because he's got so much money sitting there being tied up. He's got 2 years, and everyone else they've got no money to spend on weapons or anything to put around him. It's like Aaron Rodgers all over again. You got Aaron Rodgers got this huge contract, but you got no money to put anything around him.
Yep.
No, exactly right, guys. So, all right,
Terrell.
Yeah, what's up, Terrell? Dave, I just see the president CEO of the Bears retire, Phillips.
That's like 5 years too late. That guy should have retired a long time ago. He was never a football guy. He's always he's a business guy and he made terrible decisions. So it's long overdue.
I kind of feel like that way with Jerry at this point.
Yeah. Well,
he's good on
the team to retire. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he makes good business decisions, but not team decisions.
And then I see top tight end pass rusher Landry tears ACL, so he's most likely gone for the season. What do you guys think that does for the Titans defense, Tim?
That is the great thing happened for the Indianapolis Colts. You don't have to see Landry in the middle. You just run the football right up the middle.
Now,
You don't have to
now
worry.
let's
One
make
guy
it
that we
clarify.
may
We're not happy
had to
that the
worry
guy
about.
got hurt, you know,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
we
we're
don't
not
wish
happy
that
that
on
he got
anybody.
hurt.
But
We're not happy that he got
You're
hurt.
happy he got
and
hurt
all
in the
thoughts and
football
prayers,
sense.
but
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be
yeah,
happy.
I'm happy he got.
I'd be happy. Brother,
I'm happy he got hurt in the AFC sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I'm going, well, that's absolutely happy for it. You know, I'm not a Titans fan, and I've got the number one running back in the NFL and in the AFC South here in Indy. So
If
we're
he
going to look
stays
like
healthy.
superstars, and whoever took Naheem Hines will look awesome.
No,
Although,
if he stays
even though I
healthy,
said I'd be happy if Rodgers got hurt at the same time, I don't want to beat the Packers without Rodgers.
yeah, exactly. You want to beat the teams at their best. So, you know, I get
No.
it. So,
I want to beat him with whoever's on the field. You don't put the right people on the field, I don't care.
all right, that's a well-spoken man. All right, guys, we got a few more minutes here. Let's get into a few bold predictions. So, Tim, I will start with you because I know I want you to say it again. Week 7, 49ers are going to have who as their starting quarterback. But you can also pick a different one.
Isaiah's boy.
I'm going to tell you. I hope my little buddy is watching. I'm going to tell you this right now. The San Francisco 49ers are going to start Mr. Irrelevant.
You just became Isaiah's best friend.
Yeah. So, Tim, outside of that one, because you said that like right away after the draft. So, what's another bold prediction you have, player or team wise? I don't care.
Is he frozen?
He might have been frozen. Okay, so if anybody missed it, he is going with Purdy as starting week 7 for the Niners. There he is.
Got
He's
such
back.
a Purdy name.
So, Tim, what's another bold prediction? Let's throw out another
Brock
one.
Purdy, week 7.
Yeah.
Bold prediction. I don't know if this is that bold. Actually,
Maybe.
the rookie of the year in the NFC is going to come from the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
Oh.
And it's going to be the wide receiver, and it's going to be Dobb, the wide receiver out of Green Bay.
Ooh, I was thinking you were gonna say Watson. That is bold. That is bold.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say Brock Purdy was going to be a rookie of the year, too.
Receiver Packers. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely have to watch that one. So, mess around, Dave. Give us a couple bold predictions, player-wise or team.
I think Justin Fields is going to surprise a lot of people this year. I think he's going to throw up around 35 to 4,000, 3,500 to 4,000. He's got the offense tailored in.
I thought you were going to say he retired.
West Coast scheme. I know I'm going with the homer pick. And then team-wise, I think the Packers are going to struggle this year without Adams. You know, they don't have the receivers. It's going to take them a while to gel. They're still going to make playoffs, but they're not going to be as dominant as they were in years past.
Okay. James is chiming in with one. He said the Lions will have a winning record.
Ooh, that is bold.
That's
Cotton.
bold.
That is bold, Cotton.
I don't know. That's
Are you basing that off of Hard Knocks?
They are long overdue for a winning season. I'll tell you that.
They are, and I think Hutchinson is going to make a big impact on that defense. So
Is this the year they'll break kneecaps?
Yeah. So Chris, what is your big predictions? Bold predictions?
I think. Now, I don't think Jacksonville is going to go to the playoffs, but I think Jacksonville is going to have a better season. I think Jacksonville will win at least 6 games.
Okay. All right, so they're a little bit better. Yeah, I think a lot of people are expecting Jacksonville to do good. For
they
me,
can't be worse than we were last year.
Yeah. Well, they could. They go on 6.
They could, yeah, but I don't see it.
All right. So my bold prediction is I don't think Tom Brady finishes the season as the starter for the Buccaneers.
Ooh.
Either it's going to be they'll call it an injury, but it'll be bad play. I think. I think Tom Brady's days are numbered. Team wise, James kind of stole mine a little bit. I think the Lions are going to have a good season, but a lot of people are on the Saints bandwagon, so I think the Saints are going to take over that division.
I mean, Winston didn't look too bad. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's the top quarterback, but he didn't look too
Yeah,
bad
he's
before
healthy.
he got hurt.
He's gonna make things ruffle over there. All right, guys. So let's give outside of our teams, because we all want our teams to make the playoffs.
I want the first overall pick in the draft. You kidding me? Come on, let's go. Just kidding.
what team do you think has improved and could make a playoff run this year that has struggled? Master, I'll start with you.
Good question. That's tough. I'm gonna go with the. Gosh, I don't know. I had it, but then I just remember they made the playoffs last year. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Okay.
I mean, they were on the outside looking in last year. They would have won against Vegas in the last week. But they made a lot of good improvements on defense. They got Mack. They got Jackson from the Patriots, and their offense is still going to be good. So I know that's not going out on too much of a limb, but I'm going to throw the Chargers out there.
All right. Tim?
Boy. God, I like the Charger Thunder there, but that's this is going to rank right up there with a bold prediction at this point. Do I go the Jets?
Ooh.
I say the Jets.
Ooh.
I almost went there
the
too.
Jets. I don't think the Jets would be. The Jets did so much. And it's just amazing at what they did.
Yep.
If the Jets don't make the playoffs, they're a year away. I would say the Jets.
Okay. Chris?
I was going to go there
And I
too,
hate
but
the Jets.
Wilson.
I was going to go there too. I was going with the Broncos and Russell Wilson.
Broncos and Russell Wilson. Yeah, that West is going to be a battle. I can't remember if they made the playoffs or not last year, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think they made a lot of good moves too, and I think that East is
they did. They got smashed by the Bucks in the first round, if I remember right.
Okay.
No, I thought that was a
they'll be
preview.
better. They'll be. But a team that did make if the Eagles made the playoffs, I still picked them to do good. But yeah, the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Jets definitely made some good moves. I think all three of those teams have a chance to make it. So with that being said, boys, let's go around. Anybody else got a topic we missed?
Okay, I got one.
Go, Chris.
Who's going to be? We did it last year. Who's going to be the first coach?
First coach fired. Okay.
Yeah.
Dave?
I'm going to go with Chris's guy, McCarthy. If they struggle out the gate, if they get off that hot start, I think he's gone and Sean Payton comes in next year.
Tim. Excuse me.
I think it's going to be Carroll.
Ooh, Carroll.
Chris?
I'm going to go with the Giants head coach. I know he just got there, but he was with Buffalo as their OC, but there's too many problems there, and I think one's going to be your quarterback.
Yeah. I think I think it's either going to be the guy in McCarthy or Carroll. But another coach I think is going to hang it up this year, and I think he's going to go on his own terms, is going to be Tomlin up in Pittsburgh. I think they're
I think Carroll's
struggle, but they're going to keep him, I think, and then he's going to retire at the end of the year.
I think Carroll leaves when he wants to leave. I think he's safe.
Yeah. I can see that too. All right, guys, let's go around. James is saying the Vikings, so he thinks the Vikings. In props to him. I think we're going to be a fun. I just don't know what the offense is going to look like. And actually, let me rephrase that. I don't want to be called a hater. So Vikings are going to go 17-0. They're going to
Hater.
they're going to win all the awards. They're going to have a hard time picking the MVP because it's going to come from Minnesota. Kirk Cousins ain't going to throw an interception. I mean, we're going to the punter. I don't even know why we have a punter because he's not going to punt.
Fantasy land's a great place, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but no, I like James's pick definitely. So, with that being said, guys, let's go around the horn. Tim, let's start with you. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, I'm going to steal somebody else's thunder if nobody else has done it, and I haven't said it all week. I want to wish Mess Around Dave a happy birthday. This is the first time I get to see it on screen. We do a happy birthday by letting the big man in Chicago decide to retire at the end of the season. So that's your birthday present from the rest of us.
All right.
I'll take it.
All right, Dave, how about you?
I'm just looking for a decent season. We don't have Nagy anymore, so we should be better. Our offense should be a lot better because Nagy's a terrible play caller. And I just hope the games are as good as the playoffs were last year. I know not every game's going to be that good, but.
Nope, I'm with you. Chris, what's going on with C2C?
Yeah, we're going to have Between the Ropes tonight covering Clash at the Castle, which was yesterday morning, afternoon, somewhere in there.
No spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. We're going to break it down. And then all of our shows this week, Bone Joe show's returning. We're going to have, I think, Red Tech Files, you said, tomorrow.
Yeah, we're planning on doing that tomorrow.
Okay. So just check out Coast to Coast. You got a lot of great shows.
Definitely. Keep checking us out. Tuesday, we do plan, hopefully. Sorry that he did not show up last week. He had something come up, but the broadcaster for the Savannah Banana baseball team he's reached out to Chris, and he plans on being on this week. So hopefully we finally get that interview in. But, yeah, join us tonight for Between the Ropes. Join us all week. With that being said, join us next week when we give our first week predictions and cover the Thursday night game. So for Big B, Crispy Bacon, Mess Around, Tim, thank you all, and see you all next week. Have a good one.